Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. You, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. Quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
The real Gypsy Soul. The real Gypsy Soul. How you doing, my darling? Herman, you big one. Lovely to see you guys.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Bada bing, bada boom! Get over here! Get out of here!
Get over here. Now get out of here. Get over here now, and then get out of here. Right? Hey, Judo. Good to see you. What's up? What's up? Good to see you. I got my new little soundboard here now if I can just see it. Because these glasses are just for looking. Get it? Stupid. Where's laughter? Here we go. Yeah, y'all don't have to laugh at my jokes. My board does it for me. I'm going to really annoy you today with this board. Hey, Livy. Hey, Tiny. Good to see y'all, too. Manchester Vicky. Good to see you. I'm doing good. Good to see you. Holly Dolly, get your adverbs here. Good to see you. And there's Ellen. Good to see you. I'm so glad you got to hear me sing. I'm sure you're not happy about it. Yeah, I was over at Dazed. She has karaoke, I think twice a week. If you're not subbed up to her, please do. She has a lot of fun over there, karaoke. Now, some people call it karaoke and some people call it karaoke because sometimes it sounds like they're croaking. Just kidding, just kidding. JP Fluff, good to have a lawyer in the house. How's that divorce settlement coming along? Hey, Nicolina, good to see you. Yay. I got this big ass board he got me yesterday. Oh my gosh, good to see everybody. Good to see you. Yeah, it was good to hear Nicolina sing too, y'all. Did y'all hear that? And Pendar? Um, Pendar sang Never Been to Spain. I love that. Hey, Judah. All right, let me drop a link down here for anybody who wants to come up and hang out with me. And The Late September Dogs is a Melissa Etheridge song that's stuck in my head. So I was like, I'm going to title my show that today, Late September Dogs. Oh, yeah, awesome. Have the dogs arrived yet? I just got their cages, food, and all their necessities. Sure did. No, it's a joke. No, it's a joke. Oh man, you'd have to go back a couple of lives to figure it out. So yeah, I see a lot has been happening here on our community, and let's see, that's Sarah messaging me back. I believe she's going to stop in. She's been working on her intro, and I was going to put it together for her, and she got inspired and downloaded Canva, which is a pretty easy app, I think. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool. My editing is, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting used to it. So, yeah, learning all these new gadgets and stuff. And my husband, my soundboard, my cat, my new cat, wants to keep jumping on my stuff and all that kind of stuff. And so, broke my other one, the little pink soundboard that I had here, broke it. And then he got me the Mac Daddy yesterday. It does all this crap. We'll find out what it. Let's see. This one says a male. Do I sound like a male? Did it stop? How do I make it stop? Oh, great. I don't know how to make it stop. Hello? Hello? How do I go to normal? How do I make it stop? Hello? Is that better? Do I sound like me? Hey, honey. Shit. I don't know how to make it go back to normal. Am I echoing? uh, how do I go back to? Hold on a minute. Let me get my husband. Still trying to take it off back up. Hey, randomly Ash, good to see you. See, this one right here is the one I pressed, and it's. Now I'm back. Yeah, I'm back now. Okay, that's good. Yay! Do you want to press applause? Hey, Zepparella, good to see you. Christy, Kintsugi, Butterflies and Pearls. Good to see you. Thanks, Magnum. You can go back to sleep now. He's handy to have around. Yeah. Don't forget. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you all a video since there's about 30 of you in here now of what we did yesterday, and hope you enjoy it. So, honey, what was it that you said you saw?
Rosie the robot.
Stuff right there. I have to make my thingamabob bigger. Very cool. It's Rosie from the Jetsons. In our hometown here where we live, there's an art district near the North Carolina School of the Arts. And one of the houses there has this decal in their window. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me get a picture of that. Better yet, let me video it. And it got like 1.9 views. Rosie. Yeah. Do I sound okay to y'all? Because I'm using all new stuff and I don't hear me good like usual. Let me know if I sound okay. All right. Okay, I got another video here for y'all to watch here too. See, is this it? And this is to pay homage to all of the help and support I got from Southern Girl. This is for her.
Responded to a call of a man driving eastbound on 275 with a Watusi bowl in his passenger seat.
The officers received a call reference a car driving into town that had a cow in it. They thought that it was going to be, like a calf, something smaller, something that actually fit inside the vehicle.
And the vehicle was big enough. Well, technically.
As a result, the officer performed a traffic stop and addressed some traffic violations that were occurring with that particular situation.
The occupant of the vehicle was identified as Lee Meyer of Neely. The Watusi bull's name was Howdy Doody. He was immediately pulled over by Norfolk police and they performed a routine traffic stop.
The officer wrote him some warnings. There were some citable issues with that situation. The officer chose to write him a warning and ask him to take the animal back home and to leave the city.
Meyer and Howdy
He told him to leave the city. He got kicked out of the town. Isn't that hilarious? Oh, I thought that I had to pay homage to Southern Girl. Right. Oh, let's see this. Oh, me. Good to see you, Lee Marie. Sweet Vixen, Brainworms, Kaz. Good to see you, the Internet FBI. I would want to see that on the right? Yeah, it would be. They kicked him out. They said you can leave the bowl, but you got to get out. Yeah. He looked like what? What? I don't understand what's. Hey, gamer girl. I was like, what? Yeah. All right. Okay. Here's a couple others I put together for y'all. Hope y'all are entertained. Did y'all catch that? I was filming that girl singing at this concert. It's called the Innovation Quarter here in Winston-Salem, near the biotech building for Wake Forest University and Bowman Gray School of Medicine. And anyway, I was trying to tape or video the lady singing, and that guy reaches over and grabs her ass. Did y'all see that? I'd filmed all this stuff, and then the footage that I'm like editing, I'm like, did he just grab her butt? It's like, I'm gonna put that in the video. So hopefully y'all caught that. I'm celebrating my much appreciated gift, and it feels like Christmas time at 8 years old. Membership. Oh, thank you. That's fantastic. Yes. Hey, Pendar, I loved you singing last night. Good to see you. Yeah. She is an awesome singer. If y'all are into that karaoke and stuff I was telling you about, Pendar does that also. Sub up to her and Days. They're just some great girls. And if you enjoy just hanging out, it's just some pretty cool channels. I really love anything arts based. Really. Yeah, so yeah. Just was out and about doing errands, and I thought, why not make some footage out of it, right? So we don't have to talk about each other, right? We can actually go create and write a show. Yeah. I noticed the ass grab. I think I need to go in and edit it and make it brighter. For some reason, it went dim there. I must have lost battery when I was filming right there. So I need to go in and edit it, make it brighter. For some reason, just like I lost my light. If you talk to Sayla, will you let her know I send in her granny hugs? Oh yeah, good. Love her to death. I love her. And sweet Katie. Haven't seen her in a while. Gamer girl, Freeside. Good to see you. Hey, there's Teresa. Truth hurts. It's good to see y'all. Is today Sunday? Y'all know I get my days mixed up. I woke up this morning. I was like, let's go, do some stuff. It's Saturday. My husband's like, it's Sunday. Well, we need fried chicken. Aren't you supposed to have fried? I found a air fryer this weekend, and I bought some chicken wings. I'm just dying to try in it because I haven't really had a air fryer. Losing my scarf here, aren't I? And I want to try it out. My son says that it's really good. So yeah, so we been running errands and that sort of thing, and it was my daughter in heaven had a birthday September 1st, and so we just kind of hung out here and did some things and visited, right? But I've been to Oklahoma. Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's like a delay in StreamYard, which is a bummer drag because and then it's sort of like you have to have the right mic for it, or it crackles and stuff. But it's still fun. Not trying to get discovered or anything, just trying to blow off steam, right? There's lots to talk about from yesterday. Oh, well, come on, pal. Come on. Come on. Kick ass right now. Come on. Come on, Yellow Belly. Whatever Yellow Belly is. She called you Yellow Belly what? Yeah, lizard? Yellow Belly what? What was Yellow? Lavisi, hey, good to see you. I enjoyed your singing last night, Gypsy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. My sister and I she's passed on now, but she and I used to harmonize together and sing the Judds for my mom. It's Sunday, but tomorrow is a holiday. So, yay! So it's like a second Saturday, right? Yeah. Oh, look at someone's on my panel. Who is it?
Come on the panel, bitch.
Come on the panel.
Kick your ass.
See if my applause works.
What kind of
I got a new soundboard and shit. He hooked me up.
I was just gonna ask you if you got your clapping back. Hey, Amber and everybody else.
It's got all kinds of stuff on it. So,
Yeah, that's cool.
all right, well, fill me in because I was out doing chores.
Shit, I don't know how to fill you in about that. But some of you may know, Griff did a live last night, which I don't ever go there, but somebody gave me the link because he had a panel guest, which was Mama T.
Griff
And
had Mama T on.
yeah, on panel,
Oh,
and then Ernie
really?
too. Yeah, it was all
I
three of
gotta
them.
hear this.
I don't know. I wonder if he still has the live up. I don't know if he's somebody that hides lives or not. I haven't checked. I've
We'd
been
rather
working
hear it
on.
from you anyway and not give him abuse. So tell us, give us the gist of the
Yeah,
juice, the juicy.
it was pretty horrible to the point where I won't repeat certain things, but somehow it got to the point where he started bashing Nicolina pretty bad, and on more than one occasion, multiple times, says he knows for a fact that she was not raped, and it was very graphic, and saying he knows that she's too strong, her ex could never do. It was bad. It's like I don't even like saying it. It was that bad. Just you
She
don't
said
go
she
there.
wasn't.
Was not. He knows for a fact she was not, and I actually
She was
recorded it.
not. Okay, Mama T was not. Is that
No,
what you're saying?
Griff said that. Nicolina was not.
Oh.
As if he was there. Yes. As if he was there. And he said it more than once. But I mean, the first time I was shocked, so I recorded it. And then afterwards, he said it, I think, a couple more times. You know what I mean? Like, so it was pretty horrific. But then in the chat, you have people saying some pretty sick things. You know, like some of us I know have been accused of, as the word goes, vile. People's favorite word around here, vile things. But I don't even want to repeat them. But they were using her daughter and saying some very graphic and sexual. It was gross. And her daughter shouldn't have been in the chat, but she was. So people need to remember that when they're always coming at her. You know what I mean? It was pretty disgusting. I have all the
Okay.
screenshots. I don't want to be the screen shooter, but I did because it was so disgusting.
Okay. And is that what upset Nicolina last night when she was over at Dazed? Is that why she was upset? 'Cause
I
I
didn't
didn't
see it.
understand why.
I wasn't there. I didn't even know Days was live, so that could be. I don't know if she's here or not.
Yeah, this was yesterday. Okay, and so then I mean we all know how to take Griff, right? He's bottom of YouTube, right? And that what he claims to be the bottom, what is it called? Bottom of
Boyd?
YouTube. Boyd.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, to tell you the truth. I, in the past, haven't been able to understand him when he was speaking. It was kind of mumbly.
Right,
One
yeah.
second.
And then he had like a mic problem for the longest time, didn't he? And he kind of like a meth head that lives in a camper. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the chat was worse than anyone on panel. Must have been a gross fest. He's not all there anyway. I mean, he's sort of because do you remember that footage that we saw last year where he you're washing the car? Okay. I love that, man. I love to get out there and wash the car, especially when it's 97 degrees today in the south. All right. Good to see you. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, it is a nice day. Sorry about that. I gotta catch up on the chat here. Because I don't know
But
how many people were there. Let's see. Let
okay,
me
now
see what
I'll
date.
tell you what I heard and what I watched wasn't
Okay.
him. I of course watched Rabbit, and
Okay.
I believe she went live a couple of times, and pretty much, and then Dazed was live, and there was some panel discussion there, and pretty much is let's stop all this fuckery, and it's okay to play here, like nana and a boo boo shit,
Mhm.
even the fat jokes are okay, but
Okay.
the go in real life has got to go. It's got to go. You're ruining our good time when you go do the real life shit. That kills the fun for everybody, and no
Mhm.
one wins. Nobody wins. You can't get that desperate for material. There's a vast world out there. You cannot get that lazy and that desperate for material that you got to go real life. And that's pretty much
Um.
what they were saying. Turn it into a positive and do something with your creativity, I think is what was the major thing. Let's tap into each other's creativity. And then we were talking about the dolls.
Mhm.
And
Where was
I
this,
saw
by the way? I'm sorry. Where was this? I just.
we were in rabbits when we were
Oh,
talking
rabbits.
about
Okay.
when we,
Okay.
and in days. And when we were in rabbits and we were talking about, inspiring each other's creativity and celebrating each other's creativity, we got talking about the patterns that you can like send in a photo and they will print that to the size of a little throw pillow. And our
Yeah,
thinking,
I do
and
that.
me and Ken's thinking was order that and then turn it into a gingerbread shaped
Mhm.
doll.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's something that like I could like get a printer and do from home all the
You.
time, or is this
Well.
something that I would have
Okay.
to drop
I.
ship?
The. Okay. I was working on this morning compiling photos of all the stuff like that I do actually, because I'm trying to work on doing an intro, and I was going to include all that stuff in it. So you need a special printer, you need special ink, and you need a heat press like I have. So I would say the last I knew, the printer that I have that I hooked up, I converted it into a sublimation printer. You're probably looking at least $1,000 to get started. I built
Okay,
slowly.
so then, like, is that something that you can like take to Joann's and they do?
Uh,
That's what
if
the
you're only
fabric
looking
store's
for
called down here.
well, it depends how many you're looking for. You know what I mean? I don't do bulk in large amounts because it could potentially stress me out. You know what I mean? So I just do small bits, and that's actually something I was going to work on. But then I started thinking, what if because I thought of doing the creator ones a while ago, and I thought the first thing I need is good quality photographs. And when I thought about it, I'm like, wait a minute, a lot of creators don't have a full-size image, so that kind of makes it weird. You know what I mean?
Ernie
I know
has a
there's
bunch.
Ernie. Well, he
Ernie has a
does.
bunch.
He's not a problem. I can picture him with the suit, with the hat. He's pissed. He's a good one. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
perfect for that.
yeah.
And it's quite easy for
And
somebody like that.
Dolly, I think Dolly would be
Right,
easy because there's a lot of
right.
full.
I.
You know
Mhm.
what would be cool? I mean, in my mind, because this is just where my mind goes. Why can't I just take it like on a zip drive to Walmart and they print it on fabric for me there?
Because they
They
don't
don't.
do that there.
They don't do
They
that
don't.
there. Who does?
No. If you want to do the cheap option and make it yourself, there are ways to make. If you're doing like a couple yourself at home, the quality's just a little different. But if you want to do it the cheap way, you can buy these things that you put in your printer. They're called iron-on transfer sheet for dark fabric. That's the one you want. It might look a little shiny and not as good as sublimation, but you can still wing it. And then you can get like a pack of 10 of those at Staples and sometimes Walmart too in the printer section. I would go more with
And it would
Staples.
print on a regular printer?
You can do it with an inkjet printer. It's just going to be a
Oh.
different quality if you're making little sheets, and you can do that with. I mean, I've done those too back in the day when I didn't have access to this. Because I've always made dolls and stuff like that too. Like even 25 years ago, that's what I did with the inkjet printer. But
Hey,
they've gotten a
Anissa
lot
and
better.
everybody coming in.
I
Yeah.
mean, I can look up the product for you, Google it after this, and send you a screenshot if you're just looking to make a few. Otherwise, I mean, I got like really into too much. I thought way too deep into this a long time ago. I thought about making like, say, Benny and Dolly, and I thought about making a magnetic blunt that goes to Dolly's face and everything. And I was like, why am I thinking? I thought about accessories for each person and make them magnetic to stick to
Or
them.
you
And I'm
could
like,
just
why?
sew it to it like they do dolls that have a passy. Sew it
Yeah,
to
I
the
just thought it would
wrist,
be, yeah,
and
I
then
just thought it
you
would be
know
funny to have the magnet so it could,
that would be
stick.
awesome.
Yeah, I thought way too much about it, trust me.
Okay, so this is feasible or not?
Well, yeah, yeah. But
So if you were me, how would you do? How would you go? What is your advice? How would you do it
how
if
would
you were
if you
me?
want to do it the cheap way and you have access to your own home inkjet printer, I will after this show send you what to buy.
Yes, I have
Because
an
you
inkjet printer
okay,
somewhere
you
in the
can do it that way
closet.
then. Oh, okay.
He used this printer for his art.
As long as you have color.
Yeah, he used it for his art. You know those paintings or pictures that
And
he.
then and then you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about fabric content and all that. You could just buy swatches of white fabric, and make sure you wash and iron it first so it doesn't get crinkled.
Okay. Now see, I'm I live in Winston Salem, which is home of Hanes Hosiery and Hanes. You know, I can go to the store here and literally get a bulk of shirts or material, whatever I want to put it on, and put whatever it is that I want to put on it. Like let's Sissy La La or
Mhm.
just saying. Is
Mhm.
that the same
Yeah.
way you would do it? Buy my shirts and then put it on like that, or how
If
would you?
if if you're putting it on a shirt, it's going to be a lesser quality, but you could
Okay.
still, like, if you're making it for yourself or something, it's fine, you know what I mean? Because I've done that in the past, like years, like I'm saying years ago before I had access to the stuff I do now. I have a lot of
Because I've seen
different
a lot of people
materials.
using spring.com, which is a drop ship company. And
Hmm.
do you just like tell them your ideas and they put it to fruition?
It's not anything I have ever tried to, because I usually
Me
just
either.
make my everything I think of, I just try to make myself, you know what I mean? Because that's what I'm working on right now. I put a folder together of all the stuff. So I've been going through years, all day, years worth of different photographs to find some different things I've made,
Okay.
you know, so I can show you what I can do. But that was my first step. It's just, it was procrastination, because you're talking about, I've been doing this my whole life with whatever I had around, you know?
I even thought about a decal, and I'll tell you why. We went
Hmm.
through, you're going to love this story. You're going to love this story. Me and Ken were paying at the drive-through yesterday at McDonald's and on University in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And the girl that took my money said, "Oh, I like your Cash App card. It says Real Gypsy Soul." I said, "Yeah, I'm a YouTuber." She goes, "I follow you." I said, "No shit." I said, "There's a
No
bunch of
way.
gypsies." I said, "There's a bunch of gypsy souls. I'm sure it's not me." She goes, "No, I do. I follow you." And she pulled it up on her phone and
How weird
showed
is that?
me. My husband about died. He was like, "Oh my God, I'm with a celebrity." Like, you better
Oh, you should have took a
recognize that.
picture. You should have took a picture and put it
I
on your
looked
community
like
wall.
shit. I thought I should too.
Oh,
So my son was like, "You should come back after you clean up." I was like, "I know, I've been doing errands and laundry and everything all day. I looked horrible." But I was like, "Oh my gosh, I will totally come back and we'll get a selfie together. I'll go live, you know, from McDonald's." And but she was there that day that I took the footage of the snipers going right by me when they were trying to capture somebody in the parking lot about a month or two ago. And
yeah.
yeah, I put it to the bad boys, what you gonna do music, and it got like 5,000 views. It was like awesome because they were like right there. But I was
Oh,
like,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, and so we were like, yeah. So she started following me that day. I was like, oh damn, because I had tagged the video to that location, and
Yeah.
so I was like, wow, people really do watch us, Sarah. It's not just me and you in here.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. It
That's
kind of makes you want to
something.
go brush your teeth, doesn't it?
You're big
I was like,
time.
yeah.
Hello out there if you're watching.
Yeah, I know, really. Thank you, Truth Hurts, for that. Sorry, I got behind on comments here.
I just
Let's
thought of
see.
something, but I forgot what it
Oh,
was.
good.
Dang it.
Anissa came in. She said, I have a cricket. I have yet to figure it out.
Mhm.
Really? And this is
Oh
another thing.
boy.
When I do tumblers and shirts, I don't want it to be Real Gypsy Soul and a tacky ass logo. I'm thinking I just want it to be the initials, like the way Ralph Lauren does it in calligraphy, where it's just your what is it called? Your
Well, you,
monogram.
well, you kind of have your little logo, the circle that says Gypsy Soul. That
Yeah, but
probably
I
would look
think that's so
nice.
tacky. Who wants to walk around
Well,
with that? You know?
oh, I thought you meant on a cup or something.
I thought it would
That's a
be
good cup.
it would look better. You know how Ralph Lauren does it with the R and the L? I thought
Uh-huh.
about doing it like that, Real Gypsy Soul, just RLG or RLGS or something like that.
Whoever just said about the cricket, open it. It's fun. Well, I actually I'm a silhouette person, so I have the first one, the third, the last one, which is the 4, I think. I have a scan and cut, and I have the cricket maker that I didn't open yet, only because I usually do silhouette software. Even for all my sublimation, I use silhouette. So for me, it would be getting into a new, different software that I'm not used to. But I just picked it up because they were gonna throw them away at the store. Can you believe that? They were gonna throw them
Listen
in the
to what
dumpster.
Truth Hurts just said. She said, look on Marketplace for someone who sells sublimation prints, and
Hmm.
then you would send them the picture and they will print
Yeah,
it for you. It's like
yeah,
$2 or $5. I did that before.
yeah. As long as you have the you have to have the right. If you're gonna print it at home, though, you need to have something that's 400 degrees, which is usually heat press, not a home iron. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I thought about doing this too, but not. I didn't know how well it would go over, so I don't mind doing like a small amount or something. But I need to. I would just have to concentrate on that, not be on here or something, you know. Plus, I thought about making them. I just get thinking too wildly, too many ideas, and my brain never shuts off. You know what I mean? I'm like magnets. They could be magnets. They could be. I thought all
Well,
different
see,
crazy
that's why I
things,
want a
but
car magnet now because I
I
have
I made
local people, that follow me.
right. Well,
Be like, hey,
I
big
could.
Miss Gypsy, so.
Well, here's one thing you can do yourself that's inexpensive. It might not be the size you want, but you can buy magnet sheets at Staples that go in your home printer too, if you want to do the cheap option. I don't know how well they come out. Probably not as good as the kind you send out for. I don't currently have magnet sheets, but I have things like mouse pads and stuff like that. But it's all about getting the blanks. If you have the blanks, you can do them easy. But you have to have it depends what size you want. If you want a big one, you need somebody with a large heat press. And my biggest press is 15 by 15. I want to get a 16 by 24, but I don't have one yet. I have a couple smaller ones, but.
So if you were me, which one would you do? Hey, Rapper, good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better. You want to learn macrame? That's cool. I'm sorry, what?
Oh man, I used to do that as a kid from the library. I'd get the books. If you want to try the printer sheets, the 11 by 17, just to see how it looks cheaply, you can
Okay, so
try
then it
one of
would
those
like
yourself.
print it. It would print it to
in your printer at home, and you can stick it right on
Okay.
your car. It might come out okay. You never know. You might need to coat it with something so it doesn't wear off, or it might have directions for something like that. You might be able to do some kind of clear coat on it, like a triple coat or something. I'm not sure, to keep the ink from.
Sweet Melissa said, "Can I do an iron on?" How would that work?
Iron on what? What are you trying to iron on? Let me back
The
up here.
downside to the inkjet iron-on transfers for T-shirts and material is that it washes away.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. For dolls, you're not going to wash them as much though. For little knick-knacky type things, that's what I meant. I'm trying to think of cheap solutions for Gypsy, right? For that, you're right. Yes, that's why I don't do those for that. But I was talking about the iron-on magnet sheets that you can buy. You could also they sell them in like packs of 5, I think, at Staples, maybe something like that. Just something to try. I gotta grab my
Well,
coffee.
I think me and like Days was wanting to do something like that too. Teespring is expensive. Is it really, Days? We could put this together somehow so that we have creator dolls. Each creator has a doll, and there should be some way that we can order. Let's say we want one of Ernie, or we want one of, say, Dazed, or I want one of Rabbit. That we could order it like that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we could talk after this. Oh, you did get the V-Bore? I was too scared to get the V-Bore. I went through Heat Press Nation. That's where I got my cup one too. I wanted to get the V-Bore. I'm afraid of some of the cheaper ones. I got scared. I'm glad to know it works good.
They have good. Hey, good to see you, Not So Dumb Blonde. Amber, good to see you too. Hope I'm not missing anybody. The inkjet iron-on transfers suck for things that are washable. Oh, sublimation is best, and so many will sell you sublimation prints cheap till she can get us. Will you get with me, Truth Hurts? My email is up there on the ticker. If you could get with me, because I'm going to really do this. I've been talking about it for a year and a half, and I'm ready to do something.
But like I said, even if, let's say I sent you a sublimation sheet, and I have a big printer, I can print large ones. That's why I did that, because I don't want small ones for, because men sure are large. That's why I got the large format. I think I can print 13 by 17 maybe sheets, but I do a lot of 11 by 17s. But my point is, when you get that transfer, you have to have something big enough and hot enough. It has to be 400 degrees usually.
Hey, Grubby Goat.
So, and I also want to say, I think that Ghost is on at 4. So,
okay,
or maybe is it 4? You guys? Does anyone know?
Not yet. It's just 3. It's just 3:30 right now. We got 30 minutes.
Oh, good. Because I didn't know.
Yeah,
I came in a little bit. I came in a little late, so I wasn't sure what your other topics were when you first started that I missed.
Oh,
anything else?
some videos that I shared. There's one that was a real quick, short, paying homage to Southern Girl. I can show you real quick. You want to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is for all her help with my channel, and just paying homage to her.
Responded to a call of a man driving eastbound on 275 with a Watusi bowl in his passenger seat.
The officers received a call reference a car driving into town that had a cow in it. They thought that it was going to be, like a calf, something smaller, something that actually fit inside the vehicle.
And the vehicle was big enough. Well, technically.
As a result, the officer performed a traffic stop and addressed some traffic violations that were occurring with that particular situation.
The occupant of the vehicle was identified as Lee Meyer of Neely. The Watusi Bull's name was Howdy Doody. He was immediately pulled over by Norfolk police and they performed a routine traffic stop.
The officer wrote him some warnings. There were some citable issues with that situation. The officer chose to write him a warning and ask him to take the animal back home and to leave the city.
Meyer and Howdy
How do you, dude? His shocks must be ruined. How do you fit that motherfucker in his car?
Did you? Yeah, no. It said it was for parade entry.
Did you see the horns on that thing?
Yeah, I know, right?
You should have hung something on it.
He looked like a normal-looking guy too.
It's sticking right out of his car. He had to have destroyed his car. Imagine all the weight. What a weirdo.
What did you ever decide to do with those 2 large pieces of leather? If you make leather bracelets, I'll buy one or some. He it's all cut up. He's done all kinds of stuff with it. He just kind of
pictures.
He'll he takes a tool and draws like the picture of an Indian on a piece of leather and he paints it and just different stuff. He's made all kinds of things with it. Yeah. Wasn't that funny?
I can't even believe that.
Yeah.
Oh. You know that soap
live his
we
life,
have?
right? Peachy said, let the man live his best life.
The
He
bull was
doesn't
having
think
a
he
good
can do
breeze.
it. He ruined like a piece of leather trying to do it, and
that's how you figure things out, That's the best way.
Yeah, I know it is. That's the and it was okay.
It sucks though.
Right. The problem with what he had was it was too thick, and so he was trying to make it thinner with his. I think it's some kind of shredder or something where you.
Yeah. It thins it in the back.
And he just can't get it to do right. So.
That freaking, I can't get over the bowl thing. I'm sorry. Like the breeze that it must have enjoyed. It was just chilling. It loved it.
Yeah, I know, right?
The frig.
Trader's guarantee it was. I'm bet it was a Buick. I think it was. Probably.
It's got destroyed shocks. Guaranteed.
Hey, Sammy Joe and IP
I'm deceased. Damn, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was doing some Halloween. I did a Halloween walkthrough and did some clips and videos because I was inspired by Rabbit. For all you Halloween lovers, it's not really my thing, but I was looking and I found the pan. You know that soap mold that we have for the soap with the tombstones?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yes, and yes, chaotic. We're gonna edit the video and put it up. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I found a cake, the little brownie cake, little mini cake mold that matches our tombstones. It's the exact same kind. Isn't that weird?
Well, our problem when we did one and the gray wasn't right. She wants it smoky gray and caramel soap. And it didn't look more green. So we had to scratch. Yeah, that's just that is art though, is trial and error, lots of error, lots of trying, and don't give up and you'll get it, right? A hood ornament, right, Melissa? When I saw the video, I thought for sure this was Texas, but he said Norfolk. That's Virginia. That's right up above me. I wonder if it was a political thing. I can do American Indian bead. Can you really? Now my husband can do beadwork. Yeah.
It ruined my neck. But I'll show you some pictures of mine.
Tell
in
me
my
what are you
intro.
gonna use it, Chaotic, or are you putting it in a display? I can't wait to see if you put it in a display. How you do it? Holly,
Nice.
darling, get your uppers here.
You might like some of my pictures coming up, Kintsugi. I'm gonna show some of my fair entries. I used to do a lot of beadwork, not now though.
What was I gonna tell you? Let's see, Holly Dolly. It was something about Holly Dolly. Yes, I watched before I started. I was gonna download it, but ran out of time, and I'll do it tomorrow. But you know when people are getting they're saying a new bout of the sea is coming around, and it
Yes,
got me
yes, I
it
did.
got me thinking about local honey and that kind of thing. So we went and got some local honey, and
Nice.
the girl behind the counter said to make hot toddy, and it'll get all that out of, you know. And so she was telling me about how her grandmother made hot toddies. And I came home and got the recipe, and I'll show the video tomorrow, and the recipe for hot butter rum.
I did try that
Man,
once.
they look
Can't remember.
good. Yeah. So alternative ways of getting rid
Hot
of your
drinks.
your pain and cold and sleep and stuff, right?
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
household spices too can make that, better. There's a lot of things you can add to it too, like a little shot glass and put all the goodness in it.
Oh
There's
yeah.
things like cinnamon. There's a bunch of things you can add to that could be really beneficial to people.
I think it's because we used aloe vera base. I'll show you. And he wants to try it with glycerin. She's asking me a question. But I think the aloe might be why. Beet juice. What's beet juice do?
I think they're talking about dying,
Dying?
maybe, or
My
to drink.
soap?
Let me see. No, they
Beet
were
juice
talking
to
about
dye
earlier in
soap?
the. Let me go back. I think somebody was talking about, beer juice. I think she meant beet juice. Dyeing things with it. Like, have you ever tried doing like onion skins, things you can find to dye stuff with? I tried it with yarn before, like years ago. Try to dye your own yarn, with different things you can find, like the natives did with berries and stuff like
I
that.
love that. My
I have tried it.
yeah, walnuts will make black ink.
It's weird how they certain things change color too when you boil them.
Yeah.
But you can find a lot of things around.
You can use that to tie dye, right?
You can forage. Yeah, I mean, it just might not be as vivid, but it's still interesting to see and do samples of what nature can make and what, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
cool.
And yeah, I like using berries too.
I can't
Hey,
remember my
Constance.
favorite one though.
I love things like that, but for some reason, me and knots are my husband has to make knots for me. I don't do
Wait
it.
a minute. Can I? Oh, sorry. I was trying to see what Constance said. Are you suggesting that? Are you suggesting that it's? I clipped it too. Are you suggesting that it was okay response for the people in the chat to say that Nicolina had sex with her daughter? Do you know if Griff has charges? I don't think it was okay response for people in the chat to then say that Nick. I don't want to say it actually, but I have all the. I mean, Southern Girl posted one screenshot of it, but I do hear what you're saying at the same time. But I did. Southern Girl posted one of them, but there was many more, and I have those too. It's just not an okay situation. I do know that Nicolina's daughter is pretty young, and I don't know if Griff has pending charges, or had charges, or faced any charges. So that's where I would look into.
Chaotic. Did you see my video of the girl in the rocker at Big Lots? I should tag you in it. The
And I
one.
also. Oh, go ahead.
It's okay. You go ahead.
I was only going to say, and I would also think that might be a good discussion, or I guess discussion that you might want to have with her too if she was around, because I feel kind of funny answering for her if she's not in the chat.
Who?
Nicolina.
She was here a minute ago.
Yeah, she was earlier. I don't know if she is now.
You know, my husband does use coffee and tea to dye his leather.
Coffee,
Sure
tea.
does.
Tea works good on bones. I mean, not most people dye bones. I had to dye some bone cabochons. If you soak it in tea for a couple days, it looks so aged and like naturally aged. I think some people do paper too for crafts with tea. That's a good call, tea.
Yeah. Did you want me to lay a link down for her?
I
Or
mean,
do you not?
it's I I mean, why not? If anyone's open to any discussions quickly, I just felt kind of weird answering for her. But if anyone wants to talk about anything, I'd say why not and see who wants to
Yeah, I
talk.
got
I
to
mean,
run in my mouth and
I don't know if Nicolina's even around though, or traders
well,
or
there's a
anyone that
link
wants
for anybody who wants to come up.
to.
We still have about 15 minutes.
I mean, I clipped the one part and then I didn't know it was gonna go there, but that where he was saying how he knows for a fact that she wasn't, you know what, and then but he did it like three more times, I think, two or three. I know it was more than at least two. I'll say that.
But we know, I mean, he's come out and said, that he does provocative things for content. So consider the
Well,
source.
usually has a couple people in his chat from what I hear, and this time he had I know at one point when I looked it was 79, so that was a big crowd for him, and I know that when most people went to Raps, I heard he got agitated that he lost his group. His people watching, I guess, his numbers.
Oh.
A lot of us
Hey
don't
there,
really care
Patience.
about
Good to
that.
see you. What are you making?
Me or someone in the
Yeah,
chat?
I hear you
Um,
making something.
Actually, I'm putting together. I was just working on the computer on the side. I just shut it down though, so I can focus for now. I'm going through so many pictures of things I made over the years.
It's
Trying to make
hard,
an
isn't
intro,
it?
man. Yeah, it's so draining.
I
I
had
had
him. I had him pick them because you're right. It is. I just, let him because I would be too critical, and there would be no
yeah.
pictures of me.
Well, I think I was thinking too big. You going too big, like I wanted too many things. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. I don't want to make it so simple because there's too much things I want to cram in it. So I don't know if I'll be able to or not. But at least I found the program to try it.
hmm
I'm gonna keep working at it till I get it. But I also wanted to make the
Did you see
Halloween
what
video.
Truth Hurt says?
Let's see. Is it the one with the stop signs?
Nick's
Or this?
daughter
Oh, this
is.
one. Oh, I see. Right. Nick's daughter is a child regardless, and people shouldn't be saying Nick does sexual things with her child. I don't give a fuck what Nick said. Now, I think I remember what she said, but the problem is I don't know if there could be charges that I don't know about, so I haven't looked into that. I know there's
Don't go, Melissa. I don't think she's gonna come up. We can go back to talking about
yeah,
art.
that's we're just random. This is all so random, anyways. We're kind of jumping around, just going with the flow, what the chat's talking about. So, but it was open, I think, for anyone that wanted to. I mean, we don't have a lot of time anyway, so
What is it?
let's see.
Chaotic said, "Damn, we were talking about art." Yeah, that's kind of why I took a couple of days to kind of get other material to talk about besides all that, and it sounded
It's
like
hard though.
and I'm going to throw this out before I have to send everybody over to Ghost. I just want to say this: we're all curb pickers, you, me, and her, and I'm
Yeah.
wondering if there's some OCD going on there, some obsessive compulsive.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just thought
Yeah.
that might be
There could be a
something
lot of things for a lot
that
of
met
us. I
well
know what you're
that
saying.
meditation or something like that, because I know like Never Silent does. Is it Chaotic that works with Never Silent, or was it
Oh, really?
who
Oh, we
is
have
it?
40 minutes? Oh, did he
Ash.
change?
It might be randomly Ash, but he does like things for anxiety, right?
Hmm.
She says I have 40 minutes.
Okay, he must
Okay,
have
good,
changed it
thanks.
to 3:30 then.
He
That's
must have
that.
moved it.
Thank you for the
Okay.
update. Let me see. Somebody made a comment about touching grass once, and it's made me think, you know, how I do my beach walks and stuff, and I always say that's my zen, and I, you know, look for certain rocks to drill and carve that, you know, a certain shape to make in sea glass, and that's like totally like the same thing. It's just sand. So I touch sand. It's good for you. It's healing.
It is. It's like earthing, isn't it? If
It's
you do
earthing,
that.
yeah. And then Ernie made a comment, was it yesterday? Maybe the day before or something, when he was on a kick about me. And he said, "You're going to attack me with some ninja seashells or some shit." He said some comment like that. So I was going to go make myself a video with some ninja star seashells. It's on the way. Be on the lookout for it. It's coming.
Do you want me
Next
to throw
time.
you a link, Manchester Vicky, and I'll put you on? You don't have to go on camera, but we can turn the and
Oh,
you can
Manchester Vicky's cool. She came on the
yeah,
panel. She came on the
exactly,
panel.
days grounding.
Oh, I wanted to talk to Manchester Vicky about something. She came on my panel
Grounding
to
is
tell me
called.
about grounding, earthing, grounding. Remember that guy that went on Prayer Gardens and said the nasty things, got himself in trouble? Well, I watched a video on his channel and he got arrested on a live. And Manchester Vicky knows about him and she lived 20 minutes from him. Isn't that kind of random? The guy that went on Prayer Gardens and said the bad stuff about Summer.
He went
Thought that.
live again yesterday.
Oh, he's still going live? He's out of jail then?
I guess so. Yeah,
Huh.
he's been live
Huh.
a couple of times, but like yesterday when he was live, he was crazy again. Like, you know, he was like all apologetic and
Mm.
this, that, and the other, and then he was like wacko again.
Maybe they set him up with some help, hopefully, because they're required. Oh, actually, I don't know the laws there. Here, they're required to make a report to get the person some help because when they see the condition of the apartment, that he's like literally living in piles of trash, no lie. Here, they would be required to file, you know, social services or some type of agency and maybe some mental health. He's probably still facing charges. He probably just got out, and I'm sure he still has court or something. Maybe on his own recognizance. I don't know the laws there, you know. Manchester Vicky would though, because she's there. But yeah, it
What
was just
else was
weird.
it?
It was weird.
Just
He got
gonna
arrested on a live while driving.
hold on a second. I want to make sure I go over the things I wanted to. Okay.
It's very grounding.
What did you think about all this with Ernie and the not being a soldier?
Not that particular thing. Well, it's so confusing to many people, and especially some of the newer people that have, you know, kind of interjected themselves in the community. There's so many people saying different things about the paperwork where it must be confusing a lot of people, you know what I mean? Some say it's legit, some say it's fake, some say there is no way that you could get it in 24 hours, so it's some crazy stuff, you know? Benny did a little video on it too, where he found the error. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, what is that about? I'm surprised he even got involved in that.
I'm surprised he noticed it and took a look at it.
Um,
Peachy.
so I'm confused on the
Oh, is she
whole
back again? Oh,
who.
sorry. I was just reading some of the comments. I didn't know if Constance was still listening. But yeah, that's kind of what I was saying, Holly Dolly. But
This is
maybe,
good advice right here. I'm going to read it. Chaotic said,
yes.
Gypsy, I set me up a little cozy reading nook in my bedroom, and it's so nice to sit there and relax. Those
Yeah.
things are um,
Find your zen.
I feel like she's having racing thoughts and her rapid speech, and there's word salad. And to
Mm.
me, that sounds like maybe there was some PTSD triggered and she's doing the fighting right now before the flight. I don't know. Hey Kaz, is this really Kaz?
Let's see. Peachy and
Hey
Chaotic always.
Kaz.
I was thinking of them
It's
last
me.
night.
It's really
Oh,
me.
she's up here.
It's
Oh, hey,
really
Kaz.
you.
The real Kaz.
It's me.
I love her
Coming
accent.
from UK.
What? Oh, yeah, right. What you thinking about today? What's on your mind? Comments?
Oh,
Comments
on
in the
my
chat.
mind. You asking me, Sarah?
Yeah. What's going on?
Well, first of all, I just came because I am so many emotions in me. That's why I needed to find like a panel. But I
Let
will
it out,
not
girl. Let it
brag.
out.
I will not brag about everything. I mean, just like the thing that pushed me to that was that Connie is again in the chat and she's calling out Nicolina when Nicolina
Mhm.
is not here and she cannot
Mhm.
defend herself. And
That's
Mhm.
it's
where I
so
think it's like some OCD going on. There's some obsessive
yes.
compulsive,
Yes, this is what I was saying. Like, I think that was
especially
on.
when we have exposed or whoever it was that exposed this guy that is, talking to kids in Discord.
Yes.
Those are the things that we really need to be getting back on focusing about.
Yeah, I know. Like, she just like looking for gaps where she can just push herself and talk about Nicolina. Only about Nicolina. This is the ridiculous thing that she cannot talk about anything else. She just is able to talk about Nicolina. That's why I told her that she's obsessed. She have OCD. Like even the numbers, her numbers. I mean the numbers of the videos that she have on her channel are saying everything. I think like that. It's some kind of illness. Probably like a mental. I'm not like a doctor or nothing like that, but everything that I see and I hear from her just showing me that there is something wrong with her. And we all have
Yeah.
our, our mental
Yeah,
Yeah.
problems, mental
right,
health
right,
issues.
right.
But
Right.
like we trying to keep that balance. I think I'm trying to do that. I have my tiny obsessions. I have OCD, and I need to have few things done the way I want to. But I'm not
Mhm.
not doing that in like the public eye. You know what I mean? It's like okay,
Trade Traders wants a link. Not to interrupt you. Sorry.
Okay.
yeah, it's okay.
Come on, my
I,
panel. Come on.
I love traitors.
Oh, I do too. I love all of you
Well, it
guys.
does. It does.
We
I
love
hear
you
what you're
too.
saying, Kaz. It looks like she dropped off or is not commenting again. But I don't know if they're like streaming or doing a show on it or whatever. So they probably are listening though.
I don't know. Like she's like dropping that comment, and in seconds she's gone. She's just like trying to steer the water. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
For just to
Mhm.
piss us off, for us to start to talk about her. It's like
Yeah.
it's like her tool that she's using to piss us off, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna if they're gonna also call out her just because you want to focus on her. If you're saying she did it, she's implying that Nicolina did it first. That's what I'm hearing. So why are you not gonna go after him too? You know what I'm saying? If you're saying that they
Mm-hmm.
both, you know what I mean? Why just her? There we go with just Nicolina again, but not the people talking about the 12-year her doing the 12-year-old child and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you all think that I'm not sure how it was, but I think there was something that Connie was trying to be good with Nikki, like when she started to work against Ernie, she was probably sending emails to Nicolina, and I think that the way that she's pissed off because Nick didn't accept her. Like she straight away felt that something is not right, so she kept her on the distance, like from her. And I think this is the problem with Connie. She cannot accept that she was rejected by Nicolina. It's something inside her that she cannot get over it.
Hmm.
I think like that. There have to be something more. My traitors!
What's up? Okay, I'm gonna shut my camera off.
Hey.
Traders,
Going to the
traders.
Hey,
dog
good to
food.
see y'all.
Okay, can y'all hear me all right?
Oh yeah,
It's like
Yes.
sweet Melissa.
a little bit of wind.
Yeah, I'm going to the store, so I'm gonna stop.
Is that how I
Okay,
sound at the
so
beach?
yeah, so check this out. Y'all remember when Mean Girls were fighting with Rap and Raylan, Peachy kind of got let's say because they weren't really creators, you know what I'm saying? So they really got stuck in the middle, right? Um, harassed, bullied, whatever the words you want to use. And I'm not pimping anybody out. I'm just saying we all remember like the revenge pictures, stuff like that, right? So,
Right.
in my opinion, this is just my take on Rabbit. Right now, Rabbit is sticking up for those people because the attacks are getting worse. The little I'm gonna say little people, but I just mean people with no channel. They don't
Oh,
got
yeah.
nobody. If I want to go live and be crazy, I take the heat. But I signed up for that. You know what I mean? But what about JP
Yeah.
Plus? What about Gamer Girl? What about you? Even you're not a
Yeah, I just wanted to
specific
tell you
genre
that I
channel.
didn't say anything about Rabbit. Like I was not talking about Rabbit. Like I respect
No, no,
her,
no, no.
like her
No, no, no,
opinions.
no,
You know what I
no.
mean?
I'm talking about specifically what Connie has just did in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So follow me on this one.
Right.
All right. So
Right.
rabbit transfer, not so much. Listen, there ain't we're gonna be on my channel, they're on my
You
channel, right?
roboting.
But that's
You're
my choice.
roboting.
Can
Can
you
you
hear me?
repeat that, traitors? Because you are a little bit roboting.
Yeah. In my right here. Can you hear me?
I
Can you say
can.
something?
I can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
y'all.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now it's perfect.
Okay.
Very good now.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, so what Rabbit's going for is like, get Connie to back off, pretty much. And maybe, Nick, whatever. But the creators to stop maybe sit, and all creators, whether you do it or not, there are people that follow you and will follow every word you say. So not kicking everybody out of chats, like not, discriminating against people. Let's say, for instance, Pitbull Mama. Pitbull Mama wants to come in my chat because she sees a new side of me in rabbits. And I'm just saying that as a name. I don't talk to that bitch, but you get what I mean. What if she's seen a new side of me because I was chilling rabbits and we could finally have peace? That's what Rabbit is shooting for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because her channel's neutral.
Right.
Okay, Gypsy, your channel's kind of neutral. I mean, it's
Right.
ramped up and then backs off and then ramp up,
Yeah.
But what Connie just did, here's what I took. When she came in the chat acting crazy, she can't have peace. Here's why. The moment she says, you know what, I want to make this a fun place. I want to make this a safe place. Yeah, I'll go after Nicolina, fine. I'll go after Traders, fine. On my channel, I'm not going to go from chat to chat. You know what I'm saying? Targeting, harassing people, making people answer for Traders' crimes, whatever. This is what
Right.
Rabbit is trying to establish, right? This is what we all want for everybody. I don't want people like Raylan, like Peachy, like Ghost. I don't want Ghost channels looking bad because I'm crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Ghost really does a freaking good job. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Ghost really is trying to do something. I don't want to act crazy and then screw it up for him. I don't
Yeah.
want him to feel like he has to go crazy in my honor, in my defense, because we're friends. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm
Right.
always like, please do
Right.
not sympathize me. I don't want that for you. Okay, so this is what Rap is trying to do. In my opinion, this is what she's aiming for.
Okay.
Connie will
Okay.
never have this because her channel is a hate channel. Period. This is just my opinion
Yeah.
only. People like Stacey May, Pula May, freaking what are them other psychos? They'll leave her in a hot second. She has to come chat to chat, attack us, harass us, because she knows while she's over there gaslighting Rabbit, saying, "Oh yeah, I just want the peace," blah blah blah. No, you lie. You need to quit lying to yourself, lady. You're a full liar. Okay, she
Yeah.
will lose her entire audience. Therefore, she has to come in every single chat and attack us. So I think from now on, we should just, if she's in another chat, ignore her. Unless you want to make your live about talking bad about her, which I might do later
I
because
want to
I'm the drama.
interject for just I want
But
to interject for just 1 second so that I can
sure,
reiterate
sure.
what you just said if she's still here.
But Connie
Constance,
was
do
in
you remember
the.
do you remember when we were over at Jimbo's and Jimbo almost did the apology acceptance with Nicolina because they were wanting to get away from
Yep,
handling it through the
I
courts
wanted that.
outside,
Yep,
and there was
yep,
talks about that, and she
yep.
said, what am I going to do if you do that? What the hell am I supposed to cover if
Exactly.
you do that?
Exactly. Perfect, Gypsy. You nailed it. That is exactly what we're dealing with. So,
Well, it's a little
we
different than it
can.
used to be. There used to be other topics covered other people, but it's kind of
Right.
mutated to just one
Yes,
person
they've
now.
ran down the list of the people she used to cover, and now it's just. And I thought to myself, no, I didn't think to myself. I said it to her, and then she snapped back at me. I said, Constance, you mean to tell me you wasted time covering me and Sarah instead of this guy that's in kids'
Yep.
discords?
Yeah.
Yo.
And she told
That's
me to.
exactly
Oh,
what I was
She
gonna
said,
guess.
she said, we're not getting into any drama. Try to control yourself, Gypsy.
Oh
Yeah, but the
oh
Jesus.
I
yeah.
swear to
levels,
God, I've got the screenshot. That's what she said back to
She's
me.
fucking. I'm sorry,
the
but she's
levels
like
of
You got
she cannot
dysfunction,
be repaired.
you got gaslit.
Yeah.
the di- the
Nope.
levels of dysfunction with her is not right. And here we were
Right.
moseying along talking about happy
Yeah.
creative stuff, and Connie
Making
had to
dolls, right?
make it about
Yeah.
herself and interject and distract with
Nope.
hatred. That
Yeah, because
woman
she don't have any
is too
attention in her life.
angry.
I'm not even
She
like
is
mad at
way too
Jimbo
angry
anymore.
to be on
I'm like
YouTube.
moving on like he is,
And
Me
she
and
either.
wants
she should too.
Yeah.
everybody else to be that angry. I'm sorry, I
I
don't
ain't
got
seen.
that kind of energy.
I haven't
I
said
think
And
anything
she
she's
about
was in the
Jimbo, and I
chat.
couldn't tell you how long.
Yeah, but she was in the chat in the beginning and it was fine. Nobody was having any
Yeah.
interaction with her. Everything was flowing in the chat.
Hmm.
Everybody was coexisting like good. And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden, Connie,
Well, I'm sorry.
popped the cork off of the champagne and
Yeah.
well,
started
Yeah.
her
Connie.
Well,
little selfish
Connie likes the
What's sad is
campaign.
attention,
so many
Melissa.
people, really enjoyed her company and enjoyed
nope.
the
I
challenge
used
of
to.
debating her.
Never.
And now it's sort of like kind of bummer drag, Could you just go
Yeah,
ahead
I
and get
Never.
used
your
to.
meds straightened out and then come back in 6 weeks?
Hell
But you
no.
can't get
I've
away
never
from
liked
her.
her.
No
But
matter
hey,
where you
also,
go, you cannot get away from her. And
Yeah.
she's
I want
gonna
y'all
badger
to
you.
remember. I want y'all to
Because
remember.
it's
It
either
feels
you
one.
think the way Connie thinks or else.
Hey,
No,
Rap.
But
that's
it
not
feels
how
one
this is
sided.
gonna work.
I want y'all to remember something. It feels one sided in because we don't cry about everything. We just keep going, keep pushing, da 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 da, right?
Oh my
But
Yeah, but
God,
that's
her
not
and
how they
Constance.
Easy
do
can't get over it.
it.
Easy
Constance,
can't
you're
get
Exactly.
so
And
over
that's
fucking
it.
ridiculous.
She can't
yeah,
get
Connie
over
won't
it. And
debate
then
me.
they have us on list. Bitch, bring me a
Yo.
list because I'm
Oh,
gonna light it
there's a
on
new list.
fire. Right along with
There's a new
you.
list, guys. There's a new list. So I'll maybe not get to it today, but tomorrow for sure.
Well,
I'll
you
be
know
putting
what?
up
I
some
got a new
lists.
notebook. I'm gonna start making a list. How do you like me
That.
now?
Yeah, sweet
I
Melissa,
mean,
you're on that list.
we were just, I know,
Hello.
I'm under it on two names, Rock. And
Yep.
then somebody told him yesterday that Sweet Melissa's Robin, and he said, okay, now she's going on a special list.
You don't have to time her out, gamer girl. It's okay.
Put
Can I
me on
just
your
It's all right.
address
special
Let her
something?
say what
list.
let her say what she's got to say.
Yeah, can I just
She'll
address
just go
something
somewhere else
that
and say it. So let her say
yeah,
it.
can I just address something that Connie
Yes.
said in one of the chats? Like she was trying to convince everyone in the chat that the list that she made was a fun thing and she was using it just to make fun, just to use it and everything.
Are you
We
serious?
all
Oh
Yes, we all know what was in the post that she put the list in. There was, look at those people, you need to report them. And
Yep.
not only that, there was not only list of the names, but she put links to our accounts. She basically
And
put
we
links
turned
under
it.
the name to make
Yep.
it
And
Yay!
easier
we're
We've
the
for those
we,
one.
we've been
people.
candle bombed.
Yeah. We love you, Kathleen.
We're the ones, though. We're the ones that
See,
turned it into something
right.
funny.
But we were sitting here trolling along
Thanks for
with
advocating.
not even talking about anybody, and
Thank you,
boom, she
Catelyn.
comes in and T-bones you and tries to take over the lot. See, that's what I mean. She literally came to Gypsy's house and kicked in
Yeah.
her door,
And
is the
then,
way I
look,
see
and
it.
then, Melissa, and then she will go on someone else's panel and start to cry because everyone is attacking her. She is such a like a
Absolutely.
vicious person. She's just like pretending the forever victim Connie. She will start to
Easy.
cry. No
And
one is talking
Easy's
about
there
her son
going,
anymore.
and
Yeah, no
Easy's
one
there
is talking
going, I
about.
don't
Sorry.
understand. And then gets mad when we say, well, you haven't been here for 2 years. But then he's all confused. What's happening? What are you sending me? And he's depending on Connie for everything.
Yeah, can I just as well say something about the grief situation? Nicolina,
Yes.
I specifically remember when I was in BK's chat that we found out that Griff's daughter seriously accused him of SA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something that was sucked out from, just it's not like a lie. There was a situation and it was proven that his daughter went on panels and she personally said that he was abusing her as a.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
Nicolina
what?
didn't lie. Yeah, just wanted just to make it sure that
And can
everyone
I
knows.
just say this one last thing?
Yes.
We are not going to allow anybody to talk about anybody, Nicolina, me, Gypsy, Sarah, anybody, unless they
Yeah,
are there
right.
to defend themselves. If you have an argument with that person, take your debate up with that person, not people around them, okay? Because we
Yeah.
don't answer for them. And stop blaming Nicolina for every god. eh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
for
that's
everything.
really getting old, right?
I
Mhm.
mean, enough is enough. Like, if it's raining out, did she make it rain? Like, this is sick. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
obsessed with
Well,
Nicolina,
yeah,
Nicolina, Nicolina. Easy, and
it's like
Constance. It's
it's a little bit
like
like
I got a migraine.
dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
It's
They're
like
Well, I
she
would
no,
would
just
they're
want to
point.
be
creeping me
Nicolina.
out. I'm waiting for
I would.
somebody to boil a rabbit.
Why?
They're
What does
obsessed.
it mean? Is it like a saying? Is it like
Oh,
a
when I
saying?
say boil a rabbit, there was the movie. Oh, what was the name
Right.
of the movie?
I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm a little bit,
What? Wait a minute.
Fatal
Can you
Attraction.
guys let me address the list thing? When we made the list and we laughed about it more than once. I didn't laugh about what list you were referring to because I don't know how many lists you've had now. The last
in
list I didn't laugh
in
about.
general, I think. In general,
I
she's saying about the
I'd
list.
have to know what list we're laughing about because I wasn't laughing about the other one that said, where she actually categorized what was going to happen. But the only thing I see right now is the tunnel vision that when you did come in here and make that statement, these people are saying that his daughter did accuse him and stuff, and that holds some weight with me if a daughter said that. Now, I'm not in the argument, so I didn't hear it. But why are we not hearing the behavior of what the others said? If you're going to accuse her of how bad she is, don't just be tunnel visioned on her. Look at everybody else in the chat. Look at what Primetime Grime said, and look at what Griff said about her not getting raped, what, 3 or 4 times. He said there's no way that she got raped, which is a horror in itself. And then people saying that I'm not even going to say what was in there. You know what was in there. And why are we not talking about all that and just Nicolina? That's the problem. If you're going to call out that, you should got to call out all of it. That's what
Yeah,
I would
but this
think.
is the
That's what I
problem
know of
with
you.
Connie.
That's what I know of you. You used to do stuff like that. You would
Yeah, I'm
put it
with
all out
rap.
there.
Let's start blaming Connie for everything. I'm down
Yeah.
with that. I'm going with that choice. I'm phoning a friend and going with blaming Connie for everything. That's my
I
final
love
answer.
that show.
Can we
I love
can we
that
create
show.
can we create like a list and put only Connie on that list?
I,
I know, right? Nobody else, but I'm tired of hearing Nicolina, Nicolina, Nicolina everywhere you go to everybody else. I'm tired of Connie trying to derail healthy conversations with her misery.
Yeah.
And,
Hey,
you
Nick.
try to get away with it with class, but they just don't. It's had stop it.
So Griff's daughter was interviewed.
Okay.
She made some serious allegations against her father. I believe them. Um, there's no reason an adult daughter is going to come up on someone's panel
Nope.
and say what their father did to them. Griff has been being nasty to me all week because he's trying to get accepted in with Easy's group, Mammoth's,
Subs.
the Nicolina effect, right? So
Yep.
he started shit with me this week. He was
Yeah.
wanting me up on his panel last night, so I went up and because he's saying I'm simping for a rapist. Well, I am an adult and I can make the determination based on facts that what happened between the two that we're referring to. If it was rape, he would have been charged. And she has lied and manipulated so many people, and even said herself that it wasn't rape.
Yeah.
So with Griff's entire panel was about simping for a rapist. Well, I
Most overused word on
he
YouTube.
wanted me up there. I went up and I accused him of exactly what his daughter has accused him of doing. So I don't
Yeah,
see what
and
the problem is here.
not only that he essayed his daughter, but as well his daughter in that interview told the whole story, how he basically steal all her money, how he put her in debts,
Yep.
and ruined her.
The domestic violence criminal
Yes.
history. Like, listen,
She should
that
cover him. Look
the
into
whole
him.
thing was nickel. He wanted views. He had the most people in his chat than he's ever had since he started his
Ever had.
channel years ago. So I went in. I only had to say something one time, and the dude was so triggered, and I was sitting there laughing. Why? Because he is making accusations just like Easy, just like now Connie is, all these
Yes.
people about rap. If you are going to try and sit on your high horse as a man that's daughter has publicly accused you of sexual abuse, fuck off.
Yeah, and as well animal cruelty, because we had, when I was in BK's chat, his mod, we had a video when Griff was on live. He didn't mute his mic and he was beating his fucking dog
Oh,
almost
that's
to
great.
Oh,
death.
I
What
can't.
a
Don't
fucker.
even.
Yeah,
I can't
he
Yeah,
handle
but
that.
that's
basically,
okay. We can
That's
yeah,
overlook
horrible.
and
all of that as long as we
yeah,
can all
Oh, I
hate
can't handle
Nicolina.
that.
we
Somebody
even
should
we
cover
even
him.
po- we even called the police together with BK to report that in his town, because we
Oh
had that
my
on the
god.
recording when he
Hoya
was
it.
beating that dog, and that dog was
Oh my
basically,
god.
we heard it dying. And next day,
That's
the
so
funniest thing was that
traumatizing.
he came up with the dog laying in his bed, and he was sitting by the dog and, like, petting him and kissing that dog, that this
Uh
is his
uh
best
uh
friend
uh
and shit like that. That was so fucking disgusting.
And that was
uh
before my time
uh.
on YouTube. So
Yes,
that was
yeah,
before I was even on YouTube. You cannot say this is something that is misconstrued. This is
yes,
before Connie was around. This happened months before I was
yes.
on YouTube. So
Yeah, that was on the beginning when I started with
I was able
BK.
to watch. I was able to watch it after people were
No.
talking about Griff when I first came into the community. There was a lot of shit between him and BK, and I
See,
was
I've
able to
never
watch the.
followed him. I've never
What's that?
followed Griff.
I've
He's
heard he
I've
he's a
hurts his
never
gross
wife
followed
dude.
too.
Griff.
I've
This
heard
He
he
is
hurts
the
his
started.
point
wife.
right here. Traders says, wait, they are saying Griff ain't because there's no charges. Well, Rap don't have none either.
Exactly
Yeah.
the point.
That's
That's my
right.
point.
Grief started with
You need to
Summer
be
Wells case.
charged, tried, and convicted.
The
Yeah, Grief
point
came to.
is they are accusing Rap of something where there's no criminal charges.
Yeah.
His daughter was interviewed, did accuse her father of sexual abuse. So I'm going with it. I don't care if
Yeah.
there's charges, right? If we're gonna have the same energy here, we're gonna hold everybody
Yeah.
accountable to the same standards.
Oh yeah, if
Period.
you want to hold rat, you know,
But
It's
I,
like a
absolutely.
I'm
double
gonna say,
standards.
I can't stay much longer because Gyno News is starting in a few minutes. But Connie doesn't want peace. Connie wants to manipulate
Nope.
White Rabbit, and now White Rabbit is trying to create peace. It will never happen because the minute Connie had the opportunity, she came into this chat starting shit. So I hope White Rabbit is watching because Connie doesn't want peace. Connie wants to manipulate White Rabbit. But
Connie
I gotta
is
go down.
using every narcissistic trick in the book. That's what Connie's
Well,
doing. Every narcissistic trick in the book, she's pulling it to manipulate everybody.
well, you know what? The kid alone, the whole thing with his daughter doing that. I mean, kids, that's not a normal thing. That kids don't just do that. You know what I mean? And there's been lots of
No,
accusations
they
too of him
don't.
hurting his wife and people hearing him hurt his wife. I mean, who are you to be some savior of rape victims? And then you want to represent rape victims like you know, Smokey, and then you're gonna in the same breath sit up there and say that Nicolina wasn't raped, and you said it multiple times, like 4 times. If you're gonna represent rape victims and then say that you know for a fact she wasn't, who the hell do you think you are, buddy? I don't think so.
My whole thing is they burst into this community. They don't like it. They don't like us. So why don't you take your little band of merry men, go to another part of real estate on YouTube and have your own community there? Because we were here first. Sorry, this isn't like the Pilgrims.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
They're gonna get rid of us by Christmas. Oh yeah, easy. We'll see about that.
You know, can I just
Easy have
say?
his own
Can
problems.
I
Like
just?
I
Can
mean
I
the
just?
whole thing.
Can I just say?
He's
And
a
I do
little
not mean.
runt.
I do not mean this in a jokative way at all. He comes off almost as though he is an actor. Because when
Really? Do
he
you
was,
think like that?
let me tell you why. When he was doing his roast of Nicolina, it was like, what? I mean, I would have literally gotten my phone out and pulled up a thesaurus if I was that, what is it called? Where you can't think to write, writer's block or whatever. He was horrible. And it was almost like on purpose. And I thought to myself, what is this about? What is this really about? And I
That
think that
little
he is.
runt gets
I
on
think
my
he.
nerves.
I think he thinks he's like in a video in his
I
head. Do
have
you know what I'm
never
saying?
seen anybody so in love with themselves the way he
Themselves, and it's like
is.
he's in his own video and his facial expressions and stuff. It's like, I mean, I know
What do
he's on
you
camera
think
and
he has
all.
all those
I think he
monitors?
wants
He
to
only
get
plays
famous
his
or something
crappy
doing this.
music and he's looking at himself. Ugh,
I think
makes
he
me
wants
want to
to get
puke.
or
Like
discovered is the word.
I think that is in love with himself. And this is what I was saying earlier.
Absolutely.
Exactly,
100.
I think that
Nicolina.
he
That's what I'm
that he
saying.
He
was a
jerks
He
off
wants
spoiled.
to
to a
make a name
picture of
for himself
himself.
here. Yeah, he wants
He's
to make a name for
spoiled.
himself here.
His mom or his family members probably never teach him how to lose, and he was always being told that it's okay, love, because you are the best. You will always be a winner. You are the
His
chosen
mother
one.
and grandmother.
This is how they raised him, and that's why he behaves like that. This is like a failure in raising a child, because you need to teach your children how to lose with grace
I'd go
sometimes. And
downstairs and slap his ass right out of that chair.
I
I
don't
just
think
know I'm
at
going to be
this
watching a
point would.
B-rated movie in about 5 years, and I'm going to go, "Oh my God, is that Speakeasy?"
But do you mean like a normal movie or like
No,
a
a
T
B-rated,
movie?
B-rated, like cheesy,
Oh my god.
like
Something
no
like
Oh.
a
regrets,
Killer Tire, or I
like
don't
no
know.
regrets. Or, dude, where's
And
my
he's
car?
serious too. He thinks he's like this big bad
I'm
guy,
just
and we should
kidding.
all
I'm
be
just
afraid of
kidding.
him. Man,
Yeah.
you're a pussy clut. Mm-mm.
Oh, I wanted to tell you,
uh-uh.
Melissa. I'm so glad you're here. Somebody said in chat yesterday, "Is he from Brooklyn?" And I was like, "Yes, that's what I'm saying." He does not sound like he is from Toronto.
Really?
Oh, not originally. No, you can hear there's some New York in there. Absolutely.
Absolutely,
I
you
I
can.
I mean,
I
I've been
don't
in
recognize that.
Florida a
You have
long
so many
time,
accents in USA.
Yes, we do, don't
and
we?
Yeah,
you don't
seriously.
lose a certain part of your New York accent, no
Hey,
matter
Lulu.
where you land.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
the
You
and
same
it's
know,
thing like I
distinctive.
would the same thing like I would never be able to have like an American accent or like clearly like British, totally British accent because I was born and raised someone else. So it's like I think it's
Uh-huh.
working everywhere the
I
same.
like Kaz's accent though.
I think it's
My
sexy.
KGB accent.
Ah, you have a sexy
Yes,
accent.
yes, I love it. I'm like, that's a
Yeah.
badass accent.
Yeah.
Don't
Thank you.
mess with that girl.
Lulu, I loved your
No.
singing last night. You were great. You and Nicolina, everybody did such a great job. And I'm gonna tell you, when
Mhm.
I heard Rabbit singing Home Sweet Home, I was like, that was perfect for her, man. It was
I missed
perfect.
it.
It
I've
was
been
good.
missing, but better confused it seems
Yeah.
than to understand. But I was just pissed that we were having a nice little get together, and all it takes is one person to
But
make
doesn't
everything
it
go
speak volumes though?
sideways.
Because this was
Guys,
even last night. This is even last
girls,
night.
I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
need to drop down because I want
Yeah.
to go and as well watch
Oh, we're all
Jai,
going.
Jai,
I know.
information
I
from
just I
Ghost.
just wanted to make this one point, and then
Mhm.
I'll close out just real quick. Nicolina last night went and was with friends and was singing and having some really good fellowship with us.
Mhm.
Where was Connie and what was she doing?
Yeah, she
So
don't
after
know.
Researching.
after listening to Rabbit's plight, who was doing what last night and today?
Mhm.
It
Right,
speaks
Exactly.
right.
volumes. And on
And
that
it's the
note, I'm going to
best.
close out and we'll all
After
head over to a
Amen,
ghost.
Love you,
sister.
Gypsy.
I love you too, girl. We'll see y'all over there,
All
okay?
right, guys,
Yeah,
see
Bye.
you
see you there.
over.
Love
Okay.
you. Bye, Sarah.
Love
See
you
Bye,
y'all
too.
soon.
Melissa.
Love
Bye,
y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
See you in 2 minutes. Okay, bye.
harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our love tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling